name is Raiden and welcome back to another Scratch video. And today I also have a nice epic background to show you guys, a nice space background going on. So last time I've made three parts of how to make an Undertale game, Undertale boss fight on Scratch. But most of the people didn't know how to make it because they're just beginners and don't know how to use Scratch exactly. So I'm gonna be telling you today how Scratch works, each block, everything. But we're gonna split these into episodes because if I explain everything to you, this is gonna take forever. So welcome back, guys, to Scratch. Let's code with Raiden. So I'm gonna create a simple project. This is I created one. Let's call it tutorial because this is a tutorial. So you can see this is a Scratch cap. Today we're gonna do motions to events. Motions to events. So I'm gonna start with events first because this is the main. So I'm gonna tell you each of what it means and everything. Some of these we can do later. So you can see this is a sprite. These cartoon characters or whatever you imported are sprites. They're basically called sprites. You can put their position. This is X and Y position. You can see, if you didn't know what X and Y is, this is X, like this is X, normal X, and negative X. No, actually this is X, yeah. So this is negative X and this is normal X. And Y, X is left to right and Y is up to down. So this is so you drag the sprite here, it's negative Y. And if you drag the sprite here, it's normal Y. So now you guys get that it's like an axis basically. So you can see if you create a project, you'll always start off with the Scratch cat. So basically, to start your project, you wanna drag this. And to put the block into your coding bar, just drag it, just hold your left click and let go of it once you are on the board. So we already have one. So this when flag clicked means if you click the flag, the project will start. If you don't have the flag open, then the project won't start. But if you have this, you have to connect your project to this. You can see there's this little thing. You have to connect it and boom. Once you click this little icon right here, this green flag, the project should start. And now I'm gonna tell you when this sprite clicked. So this means basically when you click the sprite, something will basically happen. Like I'm gonna show you. Set size to 200 or something, okay? So if you click the sprite, boom. See, it increases by 200. You guys know now what the when sprite clicked, and the when flag clicked means like, see, if you put say hello for 2 seconds, if you remove it, if you do it without the thing, it just won't go. But if you drag it to the when flag clicked, he will say hello because it's connected to each other. So we've done the when flag clicked and when the sprite clicked. Now we must know how to control. So this is another block called when key pressed. Whatever key pressed. So if you don't want this specific key like space, you can change it to up, down, right, left, and ABC to A to Z or 1 to 9. So you can basically do that. And what that means is basically you have to press the specific key what you actually put in here. Like if you press space, wait. See, say hello again. If I press space, the space bar, he'll say hello. So that's what the when key space is. But that's an example. When backdrop switches to backdrop 1. So this is only for 2 backdrops. This we'll be learning in the next episode. And even this is volume. And this is when I receive. This certain block will only work if you have broadcast. Only if you like have broadcast. So if you say like you have the when flag clicked, always start with the when flag clicked. And once you put this here, broadcast message 1, you can see. If you have separate sprites, you have to use this. So you can see when I receive. Once you put the broadcast, you put when I receive message 1, make sure it's that specific message of what the broadcast is. So once you have that, you can like set the size again by 10, change size by -100, yes. So now when flag clicked, like he's gonna go all the way back. You can see. So that's what when I receive and broadcast message means. And you can also rename your message. You can create a new one by doing this. You can see this is broadcast. New message, you can type something GGG and you can click when I receive, and if you don't want this specific message, just go here. You can see click on this GGG. It has to match whatever you chose for the broadcast. Now that that's done, let's go to sound. Now sound can only happen when like you also need the when flag clicked again. So you need to enable your audio for this. So I'm gonna enable it real quick. Yeah, there you go. You can hear. So we'll grab the when flag clicked again. We'll just always have this. Make sure you always have this. So if you drag this, you'll always start off with meow as your specific sprite, whatever sprite you chose. If you chose a chick, it'll become a chirp. If you choose a scratch cat, it'll become meow, and all sorts of stuff. So you put this. There's 2: start sound meow or until done. Until done, basically until done means like it'll wait until it's done. If you have another block like this, see, look, I'll say hello again. You can see until done. But see, like it has a delay because it says until done. So in order to fix that, you drag this block, start sound. This one doesn't have any stoppage. This will come at the same time. So if you click this now, see the hello came with the sound. So that's what you want. Or you could also use the until done if you want. So now that the sound is done, and if you want to stop your sounds, you can just click stop all sounds at the end or wherever you want to put your block. So if you want to say meow like this, and let's see, when the sprite clicks stop all sounds, okay? See, he's saying that. Wait, let's make it all the way. So like we'll have some time to stop the sound. See? And once I click him, all of the sounds stop. So did you guys understand that? Let me know. So we keep this when flag again. You can also change the volume by -10 or 10. So like you can set it by 100 if you can't hear whatever's going on. And this is a volume sprite. This I'll tell you later because these are like about the looks blocks. Like see, you can put that there and stuff. So now let's learn about looks, okay? So I think I've never showed you looks before, but here is it. I think I have in that video, like in the other Scratch videos, like for changing costumes and changing backdrops. But I don't know, I didn't tell you how to use it. So this is looks, as you can see, it's purple. You want to come to the purple. These are all color coded basically, and you can also see, okay? So I already taught you how to do the say hello. If you drag this to the when sprite clicked and you click it, hello, it comes for 2 seconds. You can set whatever time you want, like if you want it for 1 second, boom, there you go. And if you want it to go for 10 seconds, it'll stay there for 10 seconds. And this is say hello. This can only be done if you want to do it permanently. If you want the Scratch Cat to say it permanently. This is think for 2 seconds, like you can give him some time to think. Okay? And this is switch costume. So basically, I'm gonna add another sprite. I'm gonna choose ballerina. Okay. So for now, let's hide him. Let's hide. Yeah. Actually, let's put the ballerina in. Let's put the ballerina in the Scratch Cat's costume, so you can change. Yeah, I don't care, even though it's like the Scratch Cat is there. So, anyways, now that we have ballerina there, let's switch to costume 1 to hide ballerina. And now, when you click, when you put next costume, boom, it changes. So, if you wanted to change it back, you can put like when flag clicked, you can put it to a specific one by just going dragging this. Switch costume to costume 1 or costume 2. Okay. So now I'll tell you how to use the backdrops. So let's choose a backdrop, basketball 1 and basketball 2. Okay. So you can see. Let's put the basketball 1 first to look at cartoony. Make it look like cartoon. And now that we've done that, you can put like, it's gonna be this backdrop. But you might be thinking, hey Raiden, how will you put it to the basketball too? That's simple. So what you wanna do is take your next backdrop, or if you have more backdrops, you can put it to a specific backdrop and you can choose whatever it is. So next backdrop, and if you click the flag clicked again, boom, basketball 2 appears. So you see that, guys? And this is change color and stuff. This I'll teach you later. This is about brightness and ghost effects. These are effects basically. I've taught you all about size already. You can like put the there, and if you wanted to set by a specific size, all you want to do is put by 19 or something, and then it's on a specific size. It'll be that permanently unless you put unless you can change it from here as well. And this is change size. So change size is basically like it's gonna change by whatever you have. It's not gonna take it away and put it the one you chose. It's gonna like, see, if you had 10 and you see ours is 39, it was 19 before, but I by mistakenly clicked it 2 times. So what do you want to do now? If you have this by 10, you can see if you click this, 49, 59, 69, 79. So it adds up all the sizes by 10. So that's what it is basically. So next backdrop. These are change color, I've already said. Clear graphic effects. So if you wanna like clear these 2 change color and set, just drag this and clear graphic effects. And there's a show and hide basically. So you wanna like delete this. So if your Scratch Cat is hiding, you can click this and boom, he's there. But if he's showing, you can drag this, block him down. See, he's hiding now. And if you want him showed, boom, hiding, boom. See? And this is go to front layer. Basically what this does, if you have another sprite at the back, like you see, go to back layer. See, your sprite is not visible even though you hide and show it. So what you want to do is basically put this to go to front layer. So this is like the layer and your Scratch Cat will go from here. So now if you click this and if you show, he's in the front layer. But if you show this, he's gonna go in the back layer, but we don't have layers now, so yeah. This is go forward 1 layers. This I'll teach you again next time. Okay, so now that we have the looks done, we're gonna do the last and not least, motion. So motion is basically like how to like control your character, like if you want him to walk left, walk right and stuff, rotating and angles basically. Okay, so let's start. So this is the first block. It's called move 10 steps. Basically what this does is that it moves your character 10 steps. So if you say if you want your character to come all the way here, just drag him here from the start. Click here. You can set this to like 100, so you can go all the way there. Maybe more. 900. Okay. Oh my god. let's drag him all the way back. So you can see maybe negative 900 is okay. You can see he's out of it. So let's make it 860 maybe. Let's drag him all the way here. Okay, wait. Having some technical difficulties. Okay, maybe 500. Maybe that's a little too much for him. Yeah, that is too much. Okay, 200. Please work. Yeah, that'll take him to the middle. So maybe 400 will do it. That'll complete it. Yeah. So anyways, now that we know how to do the move 10 steps, if you want him to move backwards, just use the negative sign, or as you say, subtraction sign or minus sign. And if you want your character to tilt a little bit or turn, all you have to do is grab this block. This is clockwise and anti-clockwise. Put this here, and when turn this way. So if the arrow's this way, it's gonna turn this way. Okay? So look at this. The more you click the flag, the more he rotates, because it's continuously repeated. The more I click. So this way is like anti-clockwise. So if you click this way, it's gonna rotate the other way. You guys get that? Because that's basically simple. You turn that. This is go to random position. If you creating a specific project where you want to like do the whack-a-mole thing or something, I don't know. Like you can do that. See? Like he's going to a random.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
Random position. Just grab this. Or you could just also click on this and you can follow the mouse pointer. So if the mouse pointer is here, then you follow your mouse pointer. But that's the problem. It's here. Yeah. So you need someone to click it for you. But anyways, random position. So you drag this to when flag click, and boom, he goes to random positions because you told him to. Okay, so this is next block. This is go to X and Y. So this block basically teaches you how to go to specific positions. So like if you wanted to go all the way to negative 200 and Y 90, just do the opposite. And you can see it's all the way here now. I'm gonna do it like, I don't know, like 364 and oh my god, at 53. He disappeared. Oh, there he is. Little tail is popping. Okay, so that's basically X and Y. I told you again. X is left and right and Y is up and down. Okay, so that's a simple example. Everyone should know that by now. Next one. This is getting a little bit interesting. So this is glide seconds to random position. So how much time you want him to glide, like say 1 second, glide it to the random position. So he's gonna go there. You can see he's going to random positions because you told him to. And this time you don't have to drag him to the specific position. This is glide, so he's gonna glide. So if you don't want the random position, if you want him to glide to the specific position, like say, I'm gonna put an apple here on the map. Okay, let's put the apple to 30. Okay, size 30. Perfect. 50. How about that? Yeah, that should be a normal apple size, or whatever you guys think. Point in direction. Yeah, just make it relatively realistic. Yeah. So now that we have the Scratch Cat, and what if the Scratch Cat, just think, like what if the Scratch Cat wants to come all the way here just to get the apple without you controlling it. So let's take this block now. So this basically what this means is like it wanted to glide to a specific here. So let's say if you want the Scratch Cat, which is his name is Mitt, if you want him to come all the way to this apple, you can do this. Just drag this block to this position. You can put in here and type the exact coordinates, or you can just renew it by just taking it out, putting it and deleting it. You can see he's all the way here. So let's put him here and put this go to X thing, so you'll be here permanently. But if this position comes, you can go there. Let's do the wait 1 second. I know guys that you haven't learned this, but okay. You can see he's gonna glide to the specific position. Let's make it 3 seconds. It depends on how much time you want him to glide. So like 1 second, he's gonna go speed running. See? But if you put it to 2 seconds or 3 seconds, 5 seconds maybe, he's gonna go slowly. See? He's gonna go slowly and reach out for the apple. So that's a basic thing. You can do that. You can make a Scratch project out of that. Okay. So now this is point and direction 90. So this is direction. You can see here. If you click on this, there's sprite. You can change a sprite name. You can call it something. And this is show and hide, whether you want to do it normally, manually. And this is size again. You can put it to 100 because we want it 100. Yeah, you can see he's 100 now. And this is direction. You can see it rotates to directions. So what you want to do, if you want him to put a specific direction while you started the game, you can just like put this to direction 60 and he'll start by going upside down. And if you want him to go normal direction, put it in direction 90. And you can see it's normal again. So that's done. Point towards mouse pointer. So what this basically does, like this is your mouse pointer, your cursor, you mean. So you take this, you have your mouse pointer. So his head or whatever sprite it is faces to whatever where your mouse pointer is. Like say if it's here, it's gonna look there. So like here, he's looking at my finger there. So that's what it means. Now there's change X and change Y and set Y and set X and if on edge bounce. This I'll teach you later. And set rotation style and these. So these are the 4 blocks of the day. So basically what this does, I think you've seen this, like the controls in part 2, part 1, I use these, change X and change Y. So basically, wait, let me just position my character again. Yeah, was 90 and change X by 10. So this is basically like move steps, but there's a Y, like this up and down. So if you click this, you'll go up a little bit, like here. You see, going left. But if you do -10, I've explained that in the last video of my Scratch part 1. But if you haven't watched that, you can watch it, or you could either listen to me right now. So if you do -10, you go backwards. So you can do that. And once that's done, you can put change Y as well. So if you put change Y by 10, he's going up. But if you put -10, he's gonna go down. You see? He's going all the way down. And until it's hidden. And this is set Y. So basically what this does is it sets the position to wherever your sprite is. Like say 91, -91. It stays there. See? 62. If you're in the specific position where you're not supposed to be, and if you put this block and you click this, it'll take you back to that position basically. And the set Y is basically like, say if you're like here and it's telling you to go 214, just click here and you're going all the way down. So guys, that's basically how to code in Scratch part 1. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped. Please let me know what are your queries and everything. And guys, do you know you like my background? It's new. So thank you very much for 50 subscribers, 51 subscribers actually. I appreciate you guys' support and everything you've done for me and watching my videos. Hopefully you found my videos interesting. And thank you also so much for 2,175 views, I think it has been. So thank you very much guys. Tell me if it helps. Comment on my Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. If it doesn't work, you can comment on my Facebook. I also have a Discord server. Why don't you check out that? Link in the description. Anyways, guys, peace out. Bye. Have a great day.